The Federal and Devaki Specialty Hospital jointly present the Madurai Marathon 2024 Run for Health on Sunday, October 20th, 2024. Entry is free for all.
In this short interview with our in-house expert Giriprakash, we discuss the legacy of Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata's leadership has shaped multiple sectors from steel to technology and transformed the Tata Group into a global powerhouse. Ratan Tata is often celebrated not just for expanding the Tata Group's business but also for maintaining its ethical standards and values. So, Giri, how do you think Ratan Tata's emphasis on ethics and corporate governance has influenced the business world in India? And has this aspect of his leadership become as important as his business achievements?
Yeah, it would be right to say that he was a statesman among top businessmen in the country, and that actually means that he went about doing whatever that he wanted to do as a businessman in a manner where it was where ethics, business acumen, and a sense of you know calmness, so the sense of calmness that he went about achieving. I think that's the reason why he stood out. He was very focused on what he was doing, and at the same time, um, uh, very much, you know, he came across as a very good gentleman.
One of Ratan Tata's key contributions is in the field of philanthropy, with initiatives like Tata Trusts playing a vital role in social development. So, how central is Ratan Tata's philanthropic work to his overall legacy? In what ways has his vision of giving back to society influenced corporate responsibility in India?
The Tatas have always been known for their CSR activity. Sometimes that has become more important than the businesses that they ran. And Even after the passing away of J.R.D. Tata, Ratan Tata took over that mantle, and whatever he earned, two-thirds of it actually went to the CSR activities. And and One must realize that the Tata Trust has done a lot to the society, a lot to Indians. Not just it's not about it's just not about healthcare. It's about employees' welfare itself, and the kind of benefit that one guy gets. The kind of I mean, you could actually say that the Tata companies have gone out of the way to be very helpful to their employees. And it is said that once you join the Tata Group, you're well taken care of. And at the same time, they believe in ethics. So you really can't find um, anybody complaining against the Tatas when it comes to employee welfare. I do admit that there have been instances where uh, certain group companies of Tata haven't adhered to the overall standards of the Tata Group, but you cannot say that about each and every Tata Group companies. But I do admit there have been certain group companies which have been found lacking in this department.
Ratan Tata played a crucial role in expanding Tata Group's global presence, particularly with iconic acquisitions like Jaguar Land Rover. So, what do you think Ratan Tata's international business expansion, such as the acquisition of Jaguar, represent for his legacy? Did these moves redefine the perception of Indian business on global stage?
I do agree with you on that. He was one of the first business magnates to actually go ahead and, I mean, Indian business magnates actually to go ahead and acquire very important assets across the world. The core steel, for example, GLR was another one. Core steel, of course, the acquisition turned out to be a failure, but but as far as GLR itself is concerned, initially it was seen as a failure, but just managed to do well for itself. And today, it's a very key component of Tata Motors. Actually, it is the one which is driving profits for Tata Motors. And but then, if you look at the overall thing, you realize that you win some, you lose some, especially when it comes to businesses.
Beyond business, Ratan Tata's influence extends to innovation and his support for startups, as seen in his investments in young companies. So, how do you assess Ratan Tata's contributions to India's startup ecosystem? What role has he played in fostering innovation, and how might this shape his legacy for future generations of entrepreneurs?
So he was one of the key businessmen, very important businessmen in India, who headed a very large conglomerate to have actually taken the startup space very seriously, and that led to a lot of other people, a lot of other businessmen to actually start investing in startup space, and he I mean, the message that went across was that if he could invest in these startups, others could also do something like this, who are in the same space. And that's a very positive thing to happen to the startup space. It's not that he made a lot of money as well. It's not that, but the fact is that he being there meant a lot for the startup founders. It also meant a lot for those uh, who were uh, who were keen to invest, but weren't very sure of doing it. I'm talking of people who are in the same space in terms of business magnets.
So let's talk about the successor. Who do you think is best positioned to succeed Ratan Tata in carrying forward his vision and values within the Tata Group? And will the next leader face challenges in maintaining the balance between growth and the ethical legacy that Ratan Tata established?
Um, I must admit that the Tata Group has lost a pivot with the passing away of Ratan Tata. And if you now look at some of those people who might succeed him, it could be Noel Tata, who's part of the Tata family, and Mr. N. Chandrasekharan, who is now the chairman of the Tata Group. And apart from that, there could be anybody who is part of the Tata Sons, the board members in the Tata Sons. So it's as of now it's quite wide open. But having said that, there is a good chance that Mr. Noel Tata might end up taking over his place. And as far as continuation of his legacy is concerned, um, I must say that it's going to be a very difficult job from now onwards, because J.R.D. Tata was an iconic figure. Everybody looked up to him. That legacy was carried by Ratan Tata. In spite of all the controversies, he was seen as someone who was above all that. As I said earlier, statesman among businessmen, business magnates. Um, those who will follow his footsteps uh, do not have that kind of charisma that he carried.
The Federal and Devaki Specialty Hospital jointly present the Madurai Marathon 2024 Run for Health on Sunday, October 20th, 2024. Entry is free for all.